officials are now warning the nearby dam
Recording in progress.
Elnora. Do that to start. That's me. 2.1. Adds and deletes.
Okay, so you've got your additions to the agenda. Under 7.0 new business, we've got 7.10 2023 yard beautification, 7.11 L Higginbottom, and 7.12 Elnora Youth Center. And under item 12.0 confidential, under FOIP Part 1, Division 2, Section 17.
Awesome. Make the motion to adopt that agenda. Lisa, all in favor? Motion carries. The minutes 3.1 for the regular meeting. Everything looked good. Make the motion to approve minutes for the regular meeting on June 13th. Ron, next motion. All in favor? Motion carries. The special meeting July 4th. Yep. I'll make the motion that to approve those minutes. Up to Simon after, right?
Yes.
So,
yeah,
they're here. That, all in favor? Motion carries. Okay, the business of the minutes of 4.1. Sure shot. Spraying for the Brownorama.
Yes, on their listing, they had put spray all of the playground and egg grounds, but I checked and we only sprayed under the bleachers. So I did notify Brownorama that we have done it. I spoke to them at Sure Shot and asked them when would be the optimum time to do it, and they said broadly is mid to end of June, just so that we get the best control. So that has been done.
Okay. Awesome. Wow, that's hard to point out. We got no bylaws, no policies, nothing to do this month. 6. We got the delegation public meeting committee. Okay. What's that? Oh, okay, so there's 15 minutes for that. Okay.
So, good evening, and thank you for letting our group have the opportunity to speak this evening. And also as a representative of our group, I'd like to thank Lee for taking the voices of many and putting into a letter that could be forwarded to you in a respectful and professional way. We hope that this effort has brought to your attention that there is many concerns and questions that your residents have, and that we are asking for open and transparent conversation so that we may all understand the last year's decisions and money spent. That is why I'm here tonight, as being elected as the first to speak. We at this time request that you agree to have our group put onto your agenda for the following meetings going forward. So we have the opportunity to ask these questions in a manner you have chosen in the 15-minute intervals you've allowed until everyone is satisfied. That way you know to schedule your meeting time with this addition. And please know we do not come in malice and hope our actions and questions do not have repercussions going forward. We are not evil or troublemakers. We are just ratepayers in the village that have valid concerns and questions. My first question tonight is, when will our audited SFE be completed, as it was due on May 1st and at this point has not been filed? Reading and understanding the transfer from the MSI to the local government fiscal framework, allocation payments will only be issued to municipalities whose previous year statement of funding and expenditures reporting has been certified rather than just submitted. So this is a big concern more than now than it ever has been in the past.
Do you have a date for that?
Well, we're working on it right now, and all the SFEs have been submitted, and we're just waiting for the government to certify them, that they have been submitted.
So Gitzel has come and you have had your conversation?
Not yet. No, they haven't done that. We haven't gotten that far. We had a bit of a delay when we had changes to the grants that we weren't expecting. So that meant we had to change our schedules.
And did you apply for the extension so that they're aware of it? Or are we just late?
We're just late.
Okay. And that doesn't concern you, having a negative effect on any future funding going forward?
It will not have it, because I've been in contact with Karen Arsenault of the MSI. Her and I talk on a regular basis.
So, okay. And since the budget was approved on May 31st, when will we be able to get a copy of it? Because anyone that's requested it up to this point has been denied.
Nobody's requested it.
Ron Thompson has requested it, and I believe Lee has requested it.
No response.
I don't recall getting that request.
No. Okay, second question. And this one I'm going to direct to you, Mayor Bissell. I emailed you on July 7th with this question and heard no reply, so we'll re-ask it tonight. When you first joined council, we had a conversation of a motion that was put in for Civic Solutions put in place and the reasoning behind it. The motion was made on May 11th, 2021. It was Res 2021-92, moved by Councillor Allen. The village accept the financial quote from Civic Solutions provided. There's a three-way contract with Delburn Choshu as outlined, and it was carried. I was a large part in putting this into place when Sharon put her notice in. We convinced her to stay, thinking having a new council would be difficult and may cause hardships for the community along with a new CAO. In this conversation, it was agreed that she would hire another person to start the plan for succession. We felt with this and the above motion, our village would be in a good place when she was to step down early 2022. Rob Allen motioned it, and we all carried it, being it was a plan that we felt was the best way to go. Having our financials done in this manner, protect them, and have them done in a timely manner. Also, this would allow us to hire a person with a strong management style that may not have the heavy accounting background as we always had previously had, opening up the amount of applicants that had not applied before. Civic also could and would be available to help train this person and guide them to meet municipal laws and practices. I remember you agreeing when we talked about it and getting a timeline of this being put in place. Tina was hired, the contract was drawn, and you signed it. And this is where everything stopped. Tina certainly has not been trained in the capacity moving forward, and we also motioned that we would pay for the last of her course. But when she took a module, she paid out of pocket because it was told not in the budget. So I ask you why this motion has not been put in place.
Actually, we use Civic Solutions as needed, that's in the contract, we're not required to do 100%.
Did you read the contract?
11.1,
All of the things that were in the contract.
most,
that
yeah,
was-
but 11.1.
Assist with the preparation of long-term capital plan, 5 to 10 years,
Yep.
including the development of process procedures for a regular updating. Assist with the development of a debt management plan. Assist with year-end processes and procedures, including transition to electronic year-end files in hard copy format. Assist the CO with implication of the standards or procedures identified by the auditor as part of the annual management letter or by the association in reports of their duties. Assist with tax and assessment matters as required, other duties for finance and or administrative support as required. Training, coaching, mentoring for staff as required and negotiated. So up to this point, we've used her as a grant writer,
Yes,
and you have no interest in any of these others.
we're going to be getting that, we're still trying to work on a transition plan for her to get trained up and for her to retire like that, but we use it as needed. Even Tina's doing the small grants, like the ones for Canada Day and stuff like that, just to pay somebody else.
I'm not talking
Like
grant
that.
writings, I'm talking financials.
Well, we haven't
What we
needed her up
agreed.
until now. This is,
Okay, fair enough, so,
yeah.
because
needed,
nothing
it says
read
right there.
as that,
Can you read 11.1?
Nothing in the agreement is to be interpreted or construed as requiring the municipalities to use the service of Civic Solutions or restricting the municipalities from utilizing the similar services of any other party or entity, and nothing in this agreement shall be construed as preventing or limiting the Civic Solutions from offering its services to others during or after the term of the agreement.
okay,
We're
so what
using
is
it
your
as
plan
needed.
going forward then? If you're not planning on putting this into place,
Not right now. When Tina gets closer to the last of her courses finished up, we're gonna make a transition plan like that. Right now, while she's doing the courses, to start planning without all the information just seems like kind of a monkey chasing his tail situation.
so why didn't you just rescind the motion if you didn't agree with it? And move on,
We're still using it. I don't understand.
I don't
We're not,
understand,
maybe not the way you guys intended, but things have changed.
obviously, alright. Okay. So it's been. Fair enough. Fair enough. So I guess the third question is the Civic Center. The big reason the residents have agreed to organize like this is because of the way the village and the council handled the purchase of Jules building. If you look at the scope and size of this project in relation to a city like Calgary and the decision-making time and the level of community engagement for the Calgary Arena project, Calgary Arena was $1.2 billion, population close to 2 million. So if you divide that, that's about $600 per person. Something like 3 to 4 community halls on the subject and has taken years to decide. Our civic center will cost approximately half, 500,000, all said and done. Divide that by 300 residents, that's $1,600 a person. Zero community involvement. Seems to the public to take over less than a month to make a decision. If a big city goes through the level of decision making for $600 a person, then a town our size should at least have involved the community and placed more thought into a decision of this magnitude. We asked tonight to be allowed to hear the process in which this decision was made and an explanation as to why 3 letters have been sent into council and has never been ordered or added to correspondence to be officially acknowledged and filed by council. And also, when and where was the motion made to actually purchase this?
Excuse me.
I'm
this is
not sure
on-
where on this that question was. This is what we were given for talking points for delegation this meeting, so.
We're not talking about that tonight, okay?
we asked for specific
So would
questions
you
under the
be open to
delegation.
having an open conversation with the town hall?
With the town hall, no, but if you wish to make a future delegation request to ask that question specifically.
Okay, we
you
just
can
did,
email
so it'll be
in
coming
with
next
that
month.
question.
I asked that you put us on the agenda going forward.
Yeah, so that's all the talking.
So it'll
points.
come.
But if-
Dates and
give
stuff
us
like
a
that, we
little
have to
bit
look
more
into it.
specific
Fair enough.
questions and definitely get
And
back
I'm
to
sorry,
you
the
on
town,
that.
like the 3 town halls we tried to have, it just turned into a crap show of.
But you could get it mediated. We did that with questions. You can't hide. You have to be open. You have to let people know how you spent and why.
Yeah,
Not saying
and
we
there
don't
was a
necessarily
budget
agree
put
or
in.
disagree, but you guys are saying nothing.
There was a budget put in with all the tax assessments that got sent out to all the residents, so all the tax.
Well, I think Lisa sent,
And the
when you guys
questions
had
were
your meeting,
stemming
Lisa
from
had sent
that.
an email that someone hesitated, didn't want to read out that had a lot of answers to that stuff.
No, it was read. It was read, and the
It
MS
full
money
history without any
that was
hesitation.
freed up, it was read, but
Yeah,
there again, we have a
exactly.
lot of
It's like-
questions, so.
It's like on both sides.
So I guess, yeah, will you be open to distributing all minutes through the mail?
No. It's easy to get
Can
it.
we
There's
at
some by
least
the
get
door.
them on the website?
They are.
Not all the special meetings.
The special meetings, like the voice meetings and special budget
Special meetings.
Stuff like that or not, no, but all the.
And they
public
should be.
meetings-
Yeah,
They should be.
They should.
Should they?
And they
Okay,
are not.
They will be.
Yeah, they will be. I thought I assumed they were on the website. And if anybody needs help, they can go to the library. Whoever's at the library is more than willing to help someone go online and get the information.
That's all I've got for you tonight, so we'll talk to you in August.
Perfect, yeah, if you could send us an email with detailed talking points. We'll definitely.
No more than
Send
three.
for sure. So,
So,
We still haven't got answers on anything, nothing. They start time.
Well, we can only research what we know what's gonna happen. If we know the
You know
questions, we
for a
get the
month what
answers.
the questions are,
No, you haven't. You just got this a couple
these
days ago.
questions,
okay, I'm not arguing,
but we are.
fair enough.
We've had,
But we've heard what they have to say.
questions for a month. They know what the questions are. They know what the concerns are.
I think a lot of the questions that you sent, Lisa answered them quite well.
I beg to differ, but
We're not happy with the answers.
too vague.
Is there genuinely no concern, like that a majority of your community and your neighbors want answers and?
Anybody that's like, we tried to answer the questions, but just like, which question, I don't understand what exactly we want. Some pointed like questions, give us some questions and get proper answers.
Well, I did, you just,
Well, okay, I don't know about the
Why
budget.
is last month's minutes not on the
Internet.
website?
They
Those
will
are
be.
coupled.
and why is the budget not readily available?
Yeah.
It just seems to be hidden all the
And
time.
why won't you consider mailing out for $30 a month?
It's not $30 a
it's
month.
more than
for
$30
that.
a
That's
month
kind of why we
by
got
the
rid of it.
time that, so we pay someone to print it, buy the paper, the ink, and then postage to mail it all out. They are available down in the lobby for anyone that wants a hard copy. You can go to the library, they'll help you find them there. They are readily accessible. And if you have mobility issues and can't get to the library, the FCSS worker will bring a laptop to your house.
Where's the
You can
motion
find
to
them.
purchase the building?
It's in a minute somewhere.
It's
minute.
not
It will be, it's being, discussed tonight,
Okay,
under the purchase agreement.
oh, okay, so that's,
So you've not made a motion for a building that's already got work being done in it? And money is
No.
It
transferred?
hasn't been started
It's
in it.
already been discussed and council agreed to it, because we only meet once a month. We sometimes have to move things forward.
But you met on the fourth too. You don't just meet once a month.
You can only discuss those things that you put on the agenda.
Okay.
That was not. the
Let's
agenda.
move on to
That's
7.1.
never been.
No.
Not yet, it's done.
With this amount of people here, Mr. Mayor, I think you guys should be taken up more serious than what you are. Because if everybody was happy, we wouldn't be here. And I mean, you are working for us. And I think it's gonna go on bigger and better things if you don't take it more serious. Like if you're gonna spend $300 or whatever $1,000 and it just happened, bang. That's not fair to anyone.
that was a quick opportunity. We did not have that planned. It was because we used the engineers to do that generator. That people complained about that we got some of that money back and that freed it up.
Yeah,
And-
that's only $100,000 or
So
$200,000.
if we receive that money back, how come that's not on the agenda with the paperwork that normally comes with?
Coming back in the,
And
The
was
grant.
the NSI reallocated properly to cover this? In the timelines that we have?
I believe it was,
So, yeah.
because we're waiting for the money to be, but she's waiting for that to be transferred over for that, so.
It's a funny thing. We came to the meeting last month and a $78 generator over in that old pump house. You talked about that longer than you talked about spending $300,000 or $400,000. You never mentioned it, not one word.
It was
And yet
on the
you
agenda.
whined about a $78 or $78 generator that you thought was going too cheap. That's all it's worth. Why are you wasting your time on that and you don't talk about 300,000?
It's not, we talk about what's on the agenda, so that's on the agenda, we'll talk about it. We're not-
Well, just get by the, you know, we're not happy, and you can understand why.
I can see some of it, yeah, but you know, like I said, a lot of the questions we're trying to answer as we get them, it's not like it's really hard to.
I
find
guess
them.
my point is, how much thought do you guys put into some of these decisions you're making?
Well, quite a bit, we spent,
Well, $78.
you know, when that line closed down, we were basically called idiots and morons for
No.
keeping people out of there, because
No.
we tried to do everything we can, every step we've done, there's been pushback and pushback, even moving the kids up to the building up there, which is working great, they're loving it, they're having fun. So,
But I don't think that any of this group has been hard on you though. You just sit and talk.
God, I mentioned the word engineer at that meeting and that upset me.
Pardon?
I mentioned the word using the engineer, you were definitely not.
I never said a word at that meeting. I
No, not the past one, the one before that, or two before that, so, okay,
For that.
but,
Yes, it's been proven it can be fixed for less than $40,000.
But I mean, the way we're spending money, I don't know where you're getting that. I really don't.
it's all, it is the MSI money, it's not the tax money, you look, the taxes, your property tax.
Where's MSI money come?
No, but it's not.
It comes from tax.
Yes, but it's not, maybe I worded that wrong, I'm sorry, but it's not like we're raising the taxes and stuff.
And you do, not this year, but next year you certainly will be, because you have no MSI left, you spent every penny even though you didn't have to. Right down to a,
We have to spend all of
you
it.
only have to spend from 2018. Everything forward from that can be carried into the new framework. Read it,
It's right.
go and ask
It's
your,
right
go
online.
and ask your advisor.
2018 and earlier.
I am not lying,
And that's it.
2018 has to be spent by the end of this year,
The rest
to
is
be
all
carried forward,
into the new program.
which would be smart, to have
It's
a
on
little
the
bit of
internet, we've all looked at it.
to advisors, be smart. to
Okay, well, whatever you want to talk, I will put it on the agenda and
Alright,
I'll talk about it.
done. I tried.
But we never got any
Well,
answer for what's on the agenda tonight, so I don't know. Who owns this?
This month it is.
We're going nowhere.
So something's gonna happen drastically. And it might not be pretty.
Heading zoo partially out. Is it pregnant? What's that one?
No. I'm quite disappointed in the way things are going. I'm afraid.
That's all the space you need for the tenancy?
Yeah, we just basically need enough for like a truck and trailer to park it more in the back alley, so then I thought that'd be easy for them to unload the animals right in that area, so.
Yeah.
Are you gonna need barricades at all for that?
No, they bring their own fencing and they bring all that, so I just need somewhere for them to park.
Okay.
Oh, I think I'm getting like llamas, mini pigs, yeah, there's a whole bunch I'm hopefully getting, so. It would be great.
Can we make a motion for that? Lisa makes the motion. No? Okay. All in favor, motion carries. 10.2, the purchase agreement. Sale of the asset. Okay.
Yes, that was to do the sale for the old library.
Yep.
And, I need a motion to sign the purchase agreement.
Okay, I'll make the motion. All in favor, that motion carries, and then B for, put the money into the account, I guess.
Who made the motion?
I did everything. Okay, and then, so I'll make the motion to then put it in the savings account.
Mhm.
With the 7.3, the mural that's in the store right now.
Yes.
So, yeah, thank the Dual family for donating that stuff.
Yes, the Jewel family has given a donation to the museum for the mural and has donated it to the village for the new civic center.
Nice.
Cool, so
Someplace
then-
beautiful to hang it.
Let's move it up to the other side then.
Yeah, so if we could just have a motion to say,
Yeah, make a motion to,
Thank you.
for them.
and who would like to make that motion?
Okay.
Let me see. Okay, all in favor? Okay. All right. Enforcement contract, $5.35. Receive that as information. Okay, the lease agreement. Commercial agreements for a fire, you'll have that email, see this. Do you make a motion for that, to sign the lease agreement for the store?
Yes.
For the store in this village?
Yeah.
I'll make that motion. Those in favor?
Alright.
10.6.
Oh,
Yes.
I need to apologize. I did not put the purchase agreement for the new store on because it's not ready yet because we haven't got a sale date yet.
Okay,
So I apologize. I thought it was on this one, but it's not. It's just the quote. But, because we don't have, the lawyer just said we need to wait until we get all the, we get a sale date.
Yeah.
A confirmed sale date. So my apologies.
so do you have any idea when we're gonna get that?
As soon as we get the grant, it's the project has been submitted to the NSI for approval because we have to get approval before we can do it. And then they'll issue the funding.
Yeah, and the quote for doing the wall divide and stuff in there. We reached out to like 3 people, didn't we? 3 local contractors. He was the only one that was
Yeah, he
available.
was the only one that responded.
Yeah, and I'm sure it was too, so.
Sure.
So make the motion for that.
And who's making the motion?
Lisa,
Lisa?
everybody's in favor, Ron? Motion carries, okay. Every board member resignation. So the acceptation of C. Trustee?
Yeah.
Elnora, library board effective July 11th. Okay. I'll make the motion for that.
Okay.
Motion carries. Municipal accountability program, the map.
Okay, so these are the ones that they identified, that we have to, deal with. And as I explained, to you, when I sent those out, this is a new program implemented by the government of Alberta. And this is the first map for the village. It's just a new program. And this goes from when the village started up until the end of 2022. So it covers basically, everything that they went through. And, I spent quite a bit of time going back through things. And, some of this stuff, was, it was just little technicalities that needed to be amended, nothing overly serious.
Yeah, some of the stuff was stuff that should have done back in the 70s even, right? So
Yes,
it's like-
yeah, because we went back and checked through the minutes and that. And, so you'll see that we do have a couple that we have to do tonight, related to that. A couple of the bylaws we had hired Red Deer County to do because it was planning and development. And they are, we had them do it because they're knowledgeable, they know what was required by the government. But there were a few things that on both bylaws that they did that do need amendment. So I'll be getting in touch with Red Deer County and having them do that amendment for those bylaws.
And a lot of that stuff, like the one with the bank that was supposed to be done in the 70s, we can do that pretty easily though. Like,
Yeah.
Okay.
So, yeah.
They listed that on.
So I just need
Motion to
a,
establish the, accept the accountability action date project.
Yeah.
Okay. You make the motion, Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay, all in favor, motion carries. Motion established, so, okay, we gotta make that one, that's for the village office, motion to establish the municipal office of the village, being 219 Main Street in the village of Elnora. I'll make that motion,
okay,
so that one we can check off. Well, next one, motion to appoint the financial institution of the village of Elnora to be the service credit union located at 216 Main Street in the village of Elnora.
I'll make that motion.
Okay, that motion carries. Let me check a couple of them. Okay. All right. So we got a letter to, let's see, our Ford letter. See, not everybody's upset. Some people are kind of happy with some of the stuff we're doing, but a letter from Barb.
could we do a letter of appreciation to Barb?
Yes, I thank you for the kudos. Why not? We appreciate
If
it.
it's praise, they get a thank you, and if it's not praise, you
I-
sometimes don't even get on the agenda.
I'm not sure what, like, I'm really not sure what letter you sent that was trying to get put on.
Three
the
letters.
agenda.
So I sent one to her at the beginning of June, and so did Dave Andrew C, and so did you, Karen? Yep. And so did Karen. And they were on the minutes in June, and they haven't been on, these minutes.
I've not been responded
They haven't.
And
Well-
our letter, but I guess that was.
I was responding to personally, but it was never on the minutes, but the other two didn't get a response.
To figure that out then, where they are.
Would you want next month?
Yeah, if we find them, if we resend them,
Yeah.
then there's no,
I can resend.
yeah, then copy us everything, yeah. Alright. So, monthly statements.
Oh, unfortunately,
We got, the new business. 710 yard beautification winners, what's the winners?
mhm.
So that's all gonna be on the website too, right? For the list of
Yes.
winners for everybody?
Yes, it is.
It's up already, I believe, isn't it?
Yeah, you put it on the website. What's that? The winners for the yard beautification, yeah.
And then just for it's all gonna go out to them?
Yeah.
Okay.
And we're gonna just change the way we do the gift certificates, just from feedback from different past winners. We discussed it. And we thought about doing like village dollars, like Elnora dollars, where people, will give them vouchers and then they can spend it at whichever business they want. And then the business just brings the voucher and here's the payment. And then, but we didn't have enough time to take it to council or to even implement it, so we just bought gift certificates locally. And, people get their preference and choose what they want.
7-11, July 1st, celebrate, thank you for the two meetings in bottom. You're ready for that?
Yeah.
Yes.
I think the July celebration went good.
Who's making the motion?
I'll make the motion.
Okay.
7-12, Elnora Youth Center got their funding grant approved.
Yes, we have FCSS funding for the next 3 years, starting in 2024 for the youth center.
And now. That's about mine, nothing much.
Okay, unfortunately, wasn't able to do the monthly statement again, because I have to get those new budget figures in. But I've been busy with the other things that we've been working on. So, I will get it out and, within the next week here so that you can see it.
Motion accept the monthly statement.
Oh, we don't have one.
Well, I guess we don't, yeah. We did, man. Nice. Oh, that's right, we got the news. Fiber too. Correspondence, municipal affairs, fiber.
Oh, we've got the checklist in here.
Oh, I don't have it on my paper. Skip that one. Oh, I got the other checklist in there, okay.
Yeah.
Okay, make the motion for the checklist. In favor? Lisa?
Yeah.
Okay, now motion carries. Now, up to the five. Didn't we have that meeting set up with them for the NA, right?
I put in our request, they haven't confirmed yet, because of course they probably get a lot of requests, so they schedule it, and then they contact us, and if we're, if we are going to meet with them, they'll give us a time.
He's pretty easy to find up there anyway.
Yeah.
Not secretary. What's that one? Just
And that's just a follow-up to the map that every municipality has done, further to our earlier item. And basically they stress that this is just to make sure that all municipalities are in, compliance with the Municipal Government Act. And, you know, that's their intent, is to make sure that everybody is, you know, their documents are, meeting the guidelines.
Number 10, our reports. Nothing exciting for me with the park on stuff. The library board stuff is kind of slowed right now. They're completing stuff. I do have a meeting for the 5th next month with TELUS. She finally just stopped saying nothing's going to change, but I got to the election. So maybe we can, she wants to sit down and talk about why we need this cell tower down here. Even though I've been bugging her for the last 2 years every month. So that's the only good thing I got to be happy about. Ron?
Nothing coming up until late next month. We've got a pack meeting. Other than that, nothing.
Lisa?
The councils are still on spring break and meetings in September.
Okay.
The summer off. Don't get it.
So, public works reports. Thanks. Gopher control.
Yeah, they're getting really bad out there, and the Palm County actually has a product that they put on their website, and apparently a few people have tried it and said it really works well, and we're just looking at what it costs, and that we did find out though that you have to have your pesticide in order to use it.
Yeah, probably be careful so you're not poisoning someone's dogs or cats.
No, it doesn't. It's not poisonous at all. Not at all. It's a new product, and but there is, like I said, you'd have to contract it out.
Oh, okay. Has there been any complaints about builders and stuff? Anybody?
Just the usual. You know, like they're really bad up at.
We've got a couple of them in our backyard.
And then there's a lot down by the shop and out by the bar diamonds.
And any update on the garbage truck?
Not at this point. Like I said, we did get a valuation on it. We Rod phoned Paul, and they valued it about $40,000. And so they gave us a contact person from somebody in BC, and we sent them some information, but we haven't heard back yet.
I'll make the motion to approve the CAO and Public Works reports. And then, are we up to the fourth part of the meeting?
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night. Good night. Careful on the stairs.
Recording stopped.